that's how you start a video.
Hello, I'm Steve Mason and welcome to Retro VHS. And while we're talking retro, I found this while looking for retro VHS today. I've wanted this game since I was a kid. And it is, I mean, for something that's anciently old, it's imperfect. You know what I mean? Which kid didn't destroy this as a kid? I can't wait to do something with this. All the pieces are in there, including Bigfoot. So yeah, that was the first find of the day. Now, I found about approximately 10 VHSs, right? So this is going to be 10 VHSs, a little bit jumpy cutty. And the first one is Chuck Norris is back in retro, and it is Missing in Action 2. And I believe this is the film that was filmed first, but they decided to call this one the second one and the other one the second one. Is that true? Do I pay attention to Chuck Norris? I love this artwork on here. 18's retro, Chuck Norris at the beginning. 1 hour 31 minutes in colour. I mean, look at that. It's proper shiny. It's got the guild on the side there. Mission in Action 2. I mean, it's a lovely VHS. It's heavy. Has been rewound and has Francis written on it. Francis, I have your VHS. So yeah, guild video inside as well. So it's got the press. It's not a flip cover. It's very much like the old school Godzilla 1985. It's Canon Films, 1 hour 31 minutes. Chuck Norris choking someone out. Chuck Norris. Look at that, man. I mean, what's going on? That picture there? I've just kicked that Bigfoot game everywhere across the floor. But yeah, it's just like ripping someone through the window. But that was awesome to find that one. I was really happy with that. So today, basically, I think there's one small box VHS. There's a couple that look like they should be in the Dude Designs Thomas Hodge VHS book. And there's loads that look like they should have fallen out here. Look at that, just opened it just on the Go Kids. But yeah, this is an amazing book. If you like your retro stuff, check out Thomas Hodge, the VHS video cover art. So anyway, back to retro VHS. Next up is a sampler starring Gary Busey. Canvas. In a world where money takes it, you can also lie. It's late, I don't know. The thing about this one is it's a sample one, and it kind of looks like the Millennium. So it's a sample one, what's even been given a spine sticker. Gary Busey there, so let's open this up. Wow. So there we go. Guild canvas printing. So that's 2 films actually that have been guild. You know what I mean? So this could have been some guy's at VHS shop. Final cut of release date, 23rd of June 1993. So this is not a flip cover, this is actually a sample cover. So on here you have stuff like the title. The year of production was 1991 to 15. If you wanted to buy this and put it in your shop to rent, it was £29.95 per unit. Wow. Selling on the fact that Gary Busey really was called Aussie Decker. Deals on stolen art, you name it. So yeah, it's like he's like a Russell Nash. But yeah, from Surrey. So yeah, that was cool to get that. Sample one, sample VHS. Next up is the small box VHS of Suburban Commando. I've never seen one of these ever. I've had the big box VHS for so long. Retro videos used to have the one with Suburban Commando. It's just here. Wow. Freaky. So there's a big box VHS. These are slightly different. This is pretty cool. So there's the big box original. Cooper appears in it if you want to have a look at that one on my YouTube channel. So on there you've got Hulk Hogan holding up the kid on the skateboard with Christopher Lloyd standing like, yeah, he's standing on the side there. And on this one, it changes up a bit. So you got Hulk Hogan standing like back to back with Christopher Lloyd, similar thing, hilarious Suburban Commando. There goes the neighbourhood. But Hulk Hogan was popular at the time. It's got the very similar, exactly the same outline on the back, so it's quite young. Change the front. It's not a flip cover, it does have entertainment and video. And Suburban Commando. Exactly the same inside as well, so yeah. Awesome to have 2 different versions of now Suburban Commando, which should get a Blu-ray release. Next up, it's the attack of the 50-foot woman. Daryl Hannah. Put myself down before it gets broken. Stay, Stephen. Behave. This is from Titles. You can tell by the shitty sticker it's been put on there, and whoever worked at Titles at the time, how are you? Use your common sense, man. You've put the catalogue number over the age rating. Illegal, like most of the shit you did. Anyway, Tackle the 50-foot woman, sort of a remake, Daryl Hannah, people still want to see her. Entertainment and video as well, it was a 12. As entertainment and video did a lot of the same kind of layouts and stuff like that. That looks like Daniel Baldwin. It is Daniel Baldwin. So yeah, directed for Christopher Lewis. On for 85 minutes. I've seen that a lot back in the day, but not a flip cover. And yeah, it's just cool to have that in the collection. So that's Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Loads of other films were like that back in the day, like, I was going to say, Last Man Standing, maybe, where them fingers just fuck right off. Yeah, but entertainment and video. Well, yeah, Suburban Commando, entertainment and video. You have a very similar concept outlines on the back. I'll stop ranting. Next up, I got this one. Right, never seen it. Yesterday's Target. They came from the future to protect the past. Sounds familiar. Daniel Baldwin. Malcolm McDowell's in there. Marquee Pictures. You've seen a lot of these in the, like, just before DVD really kicked off. 1997, right? For something from 1997. Look at the mould on that, Dan Percy. There is more mould on that than fucking chewing gum on a sidewalk for Elf to pick up in New York. That is minging. Yesterday's Target. Someone come back and protect this VHS. It is royally fucked. So yeah. Ooh. Just want to get out there like a fucking basket case. There we go. Anyway, next one. We found some proper weird shit today, by the way. American Eagle. He wanted out, but you won't retire from the CIA. Futuristic entertainment. There's a guy with a gun looking evil in a fucking American bald eagle. So there we go. Weird. It's got a barcode on the spine. Polygram. Its distribution is Polygram. Doesn't have a date on there. It's from Crown Vid. So there's a video shop called Crown Vid. Had its own barcode put on the back there. Guy with a sniper rifle. A compelling action thriller with a vicious twist of the tale. So yeah, there we go. How's that look for you? So inside, oof, it's got Pooh written in there. AV Pooh. It's even got a telephone number. American Tail. I mean, look at that, man. I mean, that's fucking. That's what retro VHS is about. Check that out. It's fucked up. It's not a flip cover, but that does look. Can you see that? Can you see that? AVP. AV Pooh. I don't know. Yeah, so yeah. VHS Beta. So yeah, American Eagle. Next up, I've been wanting to talk about this film for ages because I've seen it again on Blu-ray and it's something I don't have in my collection anymore. And obviously meeting Jeffrey Combs earlier on this year. One of the films Jeffrey Combs made in the mid-90s is batshit crazy, but can also, you know, be cashed in with the whole Doctor Strange thing. This is Dr. Morbid, Master of the Unknown. Just Jeffrey Combs like that on the front cover. But look at that for a big box VHS. Now it's totally fucked, but for 20 pence, right? I mean, it's like, it looks like it's exploded. So yeah, the film's just fucking mental. I just remember him going through this, like, it's sort of a bit like Highlander. He's got this mystique about him and there's loads of weird shit going on there. It's a full moon entertainment one, I think. But yeah, Dr. Morbid, fully around. It looks pretty good. I mean, these could have all been by the same one. I don't know what the hell has happened to that. Like, it's honestly, it is missing a bit. But yeah, have Dr. Morbid on big box VHS in some capacity is awesome. We'll be picking it back up on Blu-ray and my next 5:30 buy, I think. Anyway, next one. Always seen it on VHS back in the day. Never seen it. Always wanted to see it. That's how Dr. Morbid died. Someone fucking stunned it. Like, I've just stood in the next VHS. Anyway, nature created him, science perfected him, but no one can control him. Back in the day when Rottweilers and all had a bad reputation for ripping people's faces off, here comes my best friend. It's distorted, you know, it's distorted. And there's a jump cut there. Lance Henriksen's in this actually, so that's pretty cool. 1994. Lance Henriksen's, I mean, it's obviously the dogs, man. Dog for his head for the windscreen and stuff like that. Man's Best Friend. Trailer for My Life, starring Michael Keaton. So yeah, weird jump cut there. Sorry, Man's Best Friend. And the camera battery ran out there as well, so there we go. You know what I'm like, terrible. New Line Cinema as well, so pushing into horror, you know. But I mean, obviously if they did it now, it'd all be a dog, and I mean, be a chihuahua, and people are like, oh, I don't want to touch a chihuahua. Wow, this one is. Shout out to Dan Percy, because he's like, Ninja Hunt. I thought this one would have been, this looks like someone would have fell out of Thomas Hodges' book. Canon Hi-Fi Ninja Hunt 18 is so retro, starring Stuart Smith. He will actually deserve to kill. Age rating on the side. Missing a massive chunk at the back there. Inside, it's seen better days. It looks like it's even been, tape has even been broken open and tried to be restored. That's a possibility. And someone's just given it. Palace premiere inside though. That's pretty awesome. and it's not a flip cover, so I'm going to come close because I think the front cover of that is absolutely awesome. That literally does look like it's fell out of Thomas Hodge's book. But yeah, that's awesome. And the last one is actually awesome. Recently rewatched in prep for a podcast that I haven't got round with because I literally watched it and went, this film is brilliant but also terrifying. It looks amazing. Danny Elfman music. Biggest cast you can think of the 90s. Al Pacino, Dustin Hoffman, Warren Beatty, the creepy kid from Hook. I'm talking about Dick Tracy with fucking flat heads and stuff like that. A movie that just screams nostalgia. Big box VHS, along with, I've moved it, fuck, Rocketeer. Technically Disney probably own this now. It's weird because the VHS back thing is just the most enjoyable film. VHSs could have worked like that, do you know what I mean? You can get a lot more in, but you know, Dick Tracy's one of the very few. That Bigfoot game's going to get killed down there. Very few to do it, you know what I mean? So it's a blue box, touchstone video. It's still got its seal on, and still is in lush condition. And it's even got the black, yellow, and red touchstone there as well. So I think that is probably the gem of the day for me personally. So yeah, it was Retro VHS. Keep remembering to say Retro VHS. It was changed glass, different logo and stuff. But yeah, I'm probably going to do something with this Bigfoot game. Hope you like them, and thanks for watching. Goodbye for now. Ah! I lost! Well, I lost at Bigfoot. Lost. Yeah, running around in circles. No rules. It was racing rules in one dice, but what we thought about is, right, okay, you roll both dices, and one dice controls the guy who moves, the other dice moves Bigfoot around Bigfoot. So you think, right, okay, like, you know, understand that, that's the kind of, this guy cut me off a Bigfoot action figure. So yeah, but who decides which dice is for who? I mean, obviously you're going to choose to run around the fucking mountain more, but yeah, it's really good. I lost, so yay. We're now going to play The Rescuers, and we're not talking about Down Under.